Welcome into Social Biz, episode number 3. I'm Jacob Bodner. This is Red Tie Media's Social Marketing for Businesses show, where we kind of talk about some of the things in the industry, case studies, statistics, what have you, to give you a better idea of how you can market your business on social media or just market yourself personally on social media. That's a topic we're going to be talking about in later episodes. Today, I want to discuss a little bit about Twitter, and I also want to discuss social media for small businesses. If you're a local business, how do you go about using social media to the best of your abilities? We'll discuss that. I want to preface this, though, with a new report out from Business Insider and Ad Age. Both of these reporting agencies are saying from separate sources Twitter will be opening up brand pages. Now, Twitter right now is workshopping a lot of different advertising models for them to make money and for you to advertise yourself. A couple of them are promoted tweets, promoted accounts, trending topics that you can have promoted to the topics list, and also brand pages, which is a new thing. They're only doing it with 21 test partners right now, some big name test partners, and there are specific Twitter profiles for brands that have all these different brand customizations within them. These two agencies, Business Insider and Ad Age, now report that Twitter is going to open these brand pages up to more participants at a cost of $25,000 in ad commitments, which is to say you don't necessarily have to pay $25,000 to get a brand page, but you have to commit $25,000 in advertisements in order to do so. This is a big deal because so far in Twitter's advertising scheme, it seems to be it's more about the big guys and less about the small guys. You have Facebook, and then you have Twitter. And Facebook's advertising model is essentially you can buy an ad. Doesn't matter what you're advertising, doesn't matter who you are. You can pick how many people it goes to, who gets to see it based on interest, geographic location, all these different things. And you can put in a highest bid and you can pay as little or you can pay as much as you want and you'll get whatever you pay for. Twitter's model seems to be we're going to take a very slow approach to it. We're going to select partners. We're going to charge a lot of money for them. So it's going to be more big business than it is small business. So Twitter brand pages cost $25,000, which means only big national brands can afford that kind of dough. So as a small local business, what can you do to advertise yourself on social media without really buying ads? Well, first, you can go to Facebook, and you can buy ads on Facebook and pay as much or as little as you'd like. You enter in a bid, per impression or per click or however you want to do it, and that would be, if you really want to get into advertising, the best way to do it. However, these are some ways to do it without doing advertising. So if you don't have to spend a dime on some of these ways. It's a bit of a process though. Number one, identify your geographic reach. Are you a local business? Are you a national business? Do you cater to a certain geographic region, or can anybody in the world buy your product and be happy with it? You got to figure that out, because number two, you got to determine if you're going to be local and you cater to a local business, keep within that. Stay local. Don't deviate outside of that. Continue to cater to that local mentality, but you can be on social media because people within that locality have social media, and maybe people who've moved away from that particular geographic region want to still visit you and still hear from you. So don't lose that at heart. But if you're a brand that can appeal nationally, go ahead and appeal nationally and do it. But this kind of intertwines into my third tip, which is be personal. The biggest mistake that big brands make on Twitter and on Facebook, really more so on Twitter, is what I like to call logo face. And logo face is essentially the Twitter account's face. You know, you have your profile picture, what your face is a brand, is a logo. And that is very cold and it's not very inviting. Be as personal as possible. The number one thing, the reason people like to shop locally is not only because it helps the local economy, but also because there's a little something about local businesses where they have that particular charm. They're a little looser, a little more relaxed. They're known for customer service. Don't let that go away when you go into social media. That can be as much a part of your brand character on social media as it is in your brick and mortar stores. I would recommend getting employee Twitter handles specific to your business so employees can tweet. So people who are tweeting your business aren't tweeting your logo, they're tweeting someone who actually works at that business that they can then call on the phone and resolve a matter that way. They feel like they already know them when something else comes up in the future. Number four, be consistent with your message. Just like big brands, you have to have a marketing message. You have to be consistent with it across all these different areas. But I would contend that you, as a small business, have a better chance of doing it in a stronger, more lasting way because because of step number, the one I just talked about, which was be more personal. You have an opportunity to be more personal, build longer lasting relationships. You still have to talk to specific neighborhoods on Twitter and on Facebook, but if you can do that more organically and more personally, you can make stronger, longer lasting relationships. Number 5, this one's pretty easy to do. Reward your followers/likers on Facebook. So basically, reward them for liking you. Not only do you get great content from us, but we're also going to randomly give you a t-shirt. It doesn't have to be something big. It could be a coupon. It could be a free t-shirt. It could be a free bumper sticker, anything. One of the things I've seen out there is a business that essentially awarded a follower of the week and put their picture as the profile picture and said, hey, I'm the follower of the week. And simple things like that will not only keep your followers and people who are following you on Facebook engaged, but it'll make them like you a little more. It makes you a little more personal, a little more fun, and that will lead to longer lasting relationships on social media as well. Key thing to remember is that while you might not have as many followers as a multinational corporation or as many likes on Facebook as Pepsi or Coke or these giant companies, you are in a unique opportunity, which is that you have a smaller number of people, maybe a few thousand, maybe a few hundred, that you can get to know really, really well, really intimately, and treat them very well on Facebook and Twitter, treat them well on these social medias, and when they walk in the door at your store locally or go to your website, you already know them to some degree, or they already feel like they know you. It's a lot easier to get to know 1,000 people really well than 1,000,000 people really well. So use that smallness to your advantage by getting to know your followers and people that like you a lot more intimately than a bigger brand could. That's going to do it for this episode of Social Biz. If you have any topics to recommend for future shows, let me know. At Jacob Bodner on Twitter. You can subscribe to me on Facebook and on Google Plus as well. You can also comment on this video or prior videos if you have any suggestions, or post a video response. I guess our question of the week, if we wanted to have one, would essentially be, how as a small business do you utilize Twitter or Facebook or social media in general without spending money? How do you do so organically, so to speak? Let other small businesses know by posting on this video and giving away some of your tips. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of the show. You can check out all the other episodes on the YouTube page or at redtie.tv/SB.